All right. We're on the air.
We're live, huh?
Please.
Oh, my God. All right, De Niro. He does
Sit
that
down,
all
will
the
ya?
time. After every take, he comes to Video Village and he looks at
he
his
looks
tape.
at it, yeah. No, I just wanted to see what the PO.
Yeah, sit back, relax. Right, he'll adjust us. So anyway, hey, folks, we got a special edition.
Can I come in a little bit?
We got a special edition of the Tony Pomps podcast. My good buddy Thomas Bruno popped in, and well, he tried calling it first in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, do that. That's good. Yeah.
Oh, we're on.
We're on?
We're on.
Yes, you're on.
Okay.
We're on. So anyway, hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
What's up there?
Well,
Tony Pomponi. Oh,
yeah, I like the way you say that.
dude, you're on a roll.
Well, I call you.
I should be interviewing you.
Well, that's why I call you once in a while. I like you saying Tony Pomponio. I love it. I like the sound of it. But anyway, hey, look at folks. If you have not seen Babaloo Lounge, and I pretty much assume you have, this is Blackie. Blackie's a mean hombre, man. He's a bad guy, right? Look at that face. Look at that twitching eye.
Oh, yeah, do the Twitch.
Do the twitch. Yeah, right behind the tree. With the cowboy hat on. Can't wait to get your hands on Babaloo Lounge.
Which you're doing a great job on. And you know that outside of Hopalong, you and I are very close. And like being with you and your wife and actually the whole gang.
Yeah, the feeling's
It's
mutual.
always a lot of fun, you know. But on that show,
Yeah.
I hate you.
I know you hate me, and you tried to friggin' poison me. Okay? Well, you did poison me. Somehow, some way, I got to get even. It's going to happen.
I'll be waiting.
But anyway, folks, for those of you who may not know, Thomas has a long history of being an actor and doing a lot of cool things. I mean, obviously, it all started way back in New York when you were a firefighter. Actually, a police officer as well, right?
I started off on the PD, and then after 6 months, I switched over to the fire department. That was where my heart was at, you know.
Yeah.
So, and it was the greatest move I made. And, you know, I didn't have a second job like most of the firemen have. They're electricians, they're plumbers, they're banging nails. You know, I tried my hand at painting. It was no fun. And then a friend of mine, I was visiting him on set one day. He said, why don't you try to do some extra work? And I'm like, you know, just stuck in a holding area maybe with a bunch of pretty women. I was single at the time. I'm like, I could do this on my days off. And all of a sudden, the TV show Third Watch came along, and they wanted real firemen. And you know, I was poised to do that. I got my first principal role on that, and that catapulted me over to the Law and Orders, where you know, I had a character name on both SVU and regular Law and Order. And I never went back. I never went back to doing background work. It's been all principal and contract and stunt work since that. You know, I couldn't be happier.
I know you've done a great job, man. You know what?
It's been a lot of fun.
So cool that you've been able to experience all this stuff throughout your career, and like right now you got the fire truck thing going on.
Yeah. I got a company called Fire Trucks for Films, and I would say that 95% of the productions, TV shows that come through New York City come to me for fire trucks and ambulances, and I cast the firemen as well. And then the caveat to that is, if the fire truck needs to be driven on set, that's considered a stunt principal contract.
Exactly,
So
and you do that as well.
I do that as well. So it's a little cha-ching every month when I get these residuals.
That's nice.
I've been blessed.
I know you have. And you got a lovely wife as well.
I do. I have
Blessed
a
there as
beautiful
well.
wife, Heidi.
Yeah.
And today is actually, we met 11 years ago today.
Wow.
Happy anniversary.
Is that on a cruise ship?
And,
Is that on a cruise ship?
we met on a TCM Classic cruise ship.
How cool is that?
And next month we'll be celebrating our second wedding anniversary. Happy about that too.
It's really been a great run for you. You got a great story. I've been to some events and where you were in your fireman's outfit, and you went up there and gave a wonderful speech on 9/11.
On 9/11.
And where were we at? Agua Caliente.
Aqua Caliente. I spoke to 400 people. And,
I was there in the crowd.
You were there, and I appreciate your support, brother.
We had us all in tears, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a heartwarming delivery, and there was so much happiness and tears, and just so many emotions. I mean, we had the the sheriff Chad Bianco in the crowd as well.
Yes.
We had a lot of
yeah.
local dignitaries.
We had a lot of mayors and stuff. And I'm not going to lie to you. As I was getting introduced, I was in the wings and my knees were shaking. And I was just praying to the good Lord, because on that day I could go one way or the other. I could be up there bawling like a baby, or I can give a powerful speech. But they happened to do a slideshow, okay? And during that slideshow, you got to remember back when I was on the job, you didn't have the cell phones.
Right.
You had a little camera if you're lucky. So I didn't have a lot of photographs. But, growing up, on the fire department in the 80s and 90s, people told me I looked like Scott Baio.
Yeah, Chachi.
Chachi from Happy Days.
I've seen a few pictures.
Right. And I saw that in the photograph, and then I saw me with a mullet, so I was praying, that this would go well. And I came out and I had a quick thought. The good Lord sent me a quick thought. And I reached into the microphone. I said, before I start, everybody, let me just say, no, Chachi was not on the fire department. And yes, that was me with a mullet.
Yeah, so he was there.
And that's the end of that.
And the guy with the mullet, now he's after me all the time by getting a haircut. He's got a problem.
That was the 80s, buddy.
I know. Yeah.
Actually, you know, Cole? The 80s. And they're looking for the hairdo back.
Hey, I'm trying to capture a role. I'm trying to capture the role of me being you on the set. Yeah? No, seriously, you know what? There's one part of that entire speech that you gave that I will never forget. Is when you commandeered a bus and you got yourself on a ferry boat with some other firemen that you pick up along the way.
Yep.
And when you guys arrived at, I'm going to call it the dock, everybody's running towards you, and you guys are running towards, that's to me, oh man, I got
So just to elaborate on that a little bit, we had a captain. We went to our firehouse. We were told to stop and not go anywhere, and we had to listen to the captain. But the captain fired and a lot of company. They got called to the World Trade Center. Once they did that, we had nobody above us. So there was about 40 guys in the firehouse. I saw a bus come by. I called him. I waved him down. I threw everybody off the bus. And I told him to take us down to the ferry. That's the way we got over, because at that point, every other borough was blocked. No bridges, no tunnels. Everything was closed. The only way to get there was by a ferry. So,
Well, look,
we're not one to sit around.
Yeah, no, I hear you. You know what? I had to bring that up. I know that it touches you deep in your heart. But you know what? We live today. We're happy that we're here. We're happy you're still here.
I'm happy too.
Many of your colleagues, Well, I don't know about that. Sometimes when you call me and you don't let me get a word in edgewise on the phone, I go, what the hell? I set the phone down. I go to the bathroom. I go get something to drink. I make myself a little lunch. I come back, and you're still talking.
And I know when you put that phone down.
Well, how do you know?
Okay, because I hear the echo. And you're having a conversation with Franny. I'm like, this mother. He's not listening to me.
I learned that from her. You know what? Sometimes when Christy Ritchie calls Franny will put her phone down, walk away, and leave me there with the phone. Sorry, Christy. Anyway, okay. Well, listen. Thanks so much for being here with us
thanks
today.
for having us. And congratulations.
Hey, this happened to be the last.
You are on a roll, and I mean that, not ROLL, ROLE. You got Babaloo Lounge, you got music in Manja. You're doing this podcast now. I mean, I don't know. Congratulations.
Thanks,
You're hot as a pistol, and thanks for having me.
I'm trying.
Love you.
Love you too. All right.
Okay. Thank you, folks.
Well, folks, that'll do it for today. What do you think, Sonny? You think we have a lot of enough